Today is December 27, 2025. It is 4:39 a.m. This is video number 2. Video number 1, it's on PYTE. I wasn't planning on recording anything. I wanted to just go through Twitter, just relax, and I was already up. And I was like, you know what? Bad habit. You know, I'm always up late and doing videos. So I was like, let me just make the videos. If I decided to edit it later, I could edit it. Okay, so I gathered some stuff for you guys. Alright, so this is the first tweet. I mentioned it on my last video on PYTE. Alright, the way the royal family is being dragged, that's the life here. Who asked center for this? Reveal yourself. So this is a video when William and Kate went to Boston when they were doing the earth shot. So people were asking the basketball players. So he was one of the people they asked question. Alright, so let's listen. I'm showing this to you first. It's gonna lead to in terms of popularity of the leftovers. Okay, so that's the only reason I share that. And the squad were talking about it.
A non-basketball question. Did you get a chance to meet with the royal family? And if not, how was it like having them there in the building?
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph?
The Prince and Princess of Wales.
Oh, no, I did not. I'm only familiar with one royal family. I don't know too much about that one.
So he retweeted that, queuing up on Christmas Day to deliver gifts to the effing royals. Absolutely brain dead effing moments. Alright, so let's see if this is the video that I was searching for. Oh, it's not there. Oh, there it. Yes, that's the one I was looking for on my last video. Okay, queuing up for Christmas Day to deliver gifts to the effing royals. There's the laugh here. Absolutely brain dead effing moments. Okay, Prince George received an Aston Villa themed gift from well-wishers today. He's such a confident and polite young man. Okay, I'm gonna hold my tongue. I don't want to say anything about the kids. The kids are the kids. But the people who, well, maybe they do have money, the people who's lining up to see them. But the amount of money the royal family has, and for these people to keep on buying those kids gifts, they're enabling them to be like that, to be receiving, expecting. Alright, so let's listen. Let me go into it so it could be bigger. Okay, I'm not mocking him. I don't want to say anything about the kids. The only thing I see in George, and I've said it before, there's something wrong with his knees here. Just watch when he walks, how he drag, that would be his right knee. Okay, look how he pick it up. Alright, something is not right. I'll let it play again. Okay, so let me leave it alone. I do not want to go in the comments. I might have things to say, whatever. Alright, so the people wants to give them gifts, that's fine. But it seems like when the people keeps on giving these kids gifts like that, it's enabling them to be expecting. Alright, but then again, that's their choice to give the kids whatever. But that's that. I'm back to this. Let's see what they say here. Even that weird ugly looking twin got so heavily ratioed that she's crying. Squad did this when it's really everyone dunking on that family. Okay, so what is that here? This is so weird. Why are you going up to the random kids and telling them their dead grandma will be proud you're not a character in the Crown Settle Town? Okay, I'm officially dead. Bless this woman. Okay. Grandma will be so proud of you. Okay, the syndrome Christmas walk must have really gotten to Meghan Markle. What Meghan have to do anything with this? Especially after John Poggen's statement about Princess Diana yesterday. The Sussex Squad Army was out in full force saying vile things about the children. I also noticed they repeatedly used the word weird. The goal seems clear: to make syndrome itself appear odd or illegitimate, allegedly. What the hell are they talking about? All these videos showing up in my favorite timeline, but it's so weird. Yeah, I did see them. I tried to avoid it. Why do you think I put this to share with you? Because all this stuff were in my timeline. Okay, where can I see the mess? Look into why they trending. Royal family, is mine trending right now? I don't see it. Well, it's been 16 hours, so it's the 27th. Okay, let's see here. Legendary moment, and now the pointless UK royals are talking about visiting the USA. Are they? Yes, Jesus, Mary, Joseph, the only royal family that I care about. There's that, the laugh. Let's go to the next tweet. Or is that the next tweet already? Oh, it was it? Let me see. Okay, so there's this here. Half my For You feed is right-leaning folks angry that Charles mentioned diversity in his speech. I hope Commonwealth leaders are seeing this. Okay, I didn't listen to the speech. I didn't bother looking for it, so I don't know what he said in his speech. No offense to all, but Commonwealth leaders are as useless and complicit, so make no difference whatsoever. Me too. I have to stick with my following column or stick with Sussex Squad. Yeah, they all are. Yeah, they're trying to make that one world order. That's what I see going on here. Haiti's in a mess as well. Next tweet. Okay, so this is from CNN, a retweet. Okay. Oh, you mean the courage to apologize to your son and daughter-in-law for the F shit you did and or stood by and let happen to them. Okay, let's see here. King Charles III urges courage and reconciliation in a divided and uncertain world, and Christmas message. You know what came to mind? Is that I remember there's something Princess Diana. There's the pull, there's the push.
It's like being sucked in. There's people pushing and people pulling, all in the same direction.
You have the media doing one thing and then the royal family trying to do the opposite. If people don't know what's going on, you would think that the royal family is not complicit into all the mess. Saying the nice thing to ease people, but behind the scene they are savage. Unbelievable. So that's what he said, huh? Alright, I don't want to look at this video. So gullible, Howell left there. Okay, so whenever they say that, they're trying to talk about the, let me pause for a second and get my receipt. Alright, so it took me a while to get some screenshots. Alright, so I didn't finish read his comment. I know he was trying to say that Harry left and all of that, but I bring some receipt. Okay, well, it seemed like you skip a lot of info. Harry wanted to stay. It was his brother who kicked him out. It was said in court. Harry's plan was, after the royal family kicked him out, was to use Frogmore as his headquarters, but his dad took that away from him too. You guys want to rewrite history. Harry does more for Brits than the royal family. So here are some of those screenshots that I took. Alright, let's go over it. There's that. Okay, as usual, I always put this where Simon Case wrote the papers to for Harry to exit. They put it in writing. And I went on Google. Okay, yes, King Charles III asked Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to vacate Frogmore in early 2023. Okay, yes, as of late 2025, Frogmore Cottage still remained largely empty and unoccupied. You could pause and read more. I'm just reading the part that I underlined. So there's me here. I asked Google, was Prince Harry paying for Frogmore after he moved to the US? The answer was yes. Prince Harry initially paid rent for Frogmore Cottage after moving to the US, but then we paid the entire $2.4 million. Okay, so there's my receipts. Okay, so these people, they want to rewrite history. So let's block it. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. This is why I keep on saying Meghan needs to ask them to put the bully allegation public. Alright, the comment section didn't turn out the way she thought it would. Alright, so let's see here. That's the person Anna here. Prince George received an Aston Villa themed gift from well-wishers today. He's such a confident and polite young man. So there are a lot of bookmark and a lot of quotes. Retweet quote. Okay, students don't call all morning on Christmas Day buying present for the very people who hate you. Oh my God, that's the part of the comments. I can imagine at any age giving a Royal Pash kid gifts instead of the children who have woken up today with nothing for Christmas. Imagine standing outside on Christmas Day to brown nose some rich cunts who don't give a F about you. So that these are some of the comments under the tweet that she took the screenshot from. Imagine spending money on gifts for multi-billionaires. Said bastard lining up to see them, never mind buying gifts for people who don't need them. Yeah. They should go to a shelter and or charity to kids who actually need it. So there's more comment here. I can't imagine at any age giving a Royal Pash. Okay, I read that. Imagine standing outside. I read that also. Said, okay, so the same thing. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. The only thing I could say, that's their money, but they're enabling the kids to be receiving gifts. Okay, next tweet. I'm trying my best not to talk about the kids themselves. Willy has done so poorly by Diana that is baffling. He called her paranoid for telling her story in her own words.
It brings indescribable sadness to know that the BBC's failures contributed significantly to her fear, paranoia and isolation that I remember from those final years with her.
He distanced himself from her memory to only speak of her when he needs headlines. Now he admits that 12-year-old George barely knows of her. That's beyond cool. Oh, did he say that? Okay, but Archie knows about Princess Diana. Because when Harry was Invictus, Canada, he was talking to someone about how he brings the Princess Diana conversation came into conversation with him and Archie.
You either shut it down straight away, which I will never do, or you engage in the conversation and you try to explain things, but then it does. I mean, you know, Archie was talking about, as I said earlier, Archie was asking about landmines. I was talking about how some of these guys were blown up. I think IEDs, improvised explosive devices, is probably a bit too much at this stage. But I did. I found myself talking to him about mines as 5 years old. And interestingly, it gave me a chance to talk about my mum, his grandma, which I didn't even really consider. So that became the sort of the outcome of the story for him, which is he then saw videos, he wanted to see videos and photographs of his grandma Diana out doing her thing for landmines all those years ago. So it produced a very interesting conversation between me and him, different to what I thought it was going to be.
Alright, that's weird. I guess William forgot that Harry said that at the Invictus, otherwise he would have been copying it. The truth always comes out anyway. Is Prince William is a liar, forgetting that in 2021, when absolutely no one asked, he decided to tell us that the kids thought of Granny Diana always and wrote her every year. I remember reading some tweets about that. Papa is missing you. Prince William's children write Mother's Day letters to Granny Diana every year. Yeah, the truth will always come out. I keep seeing people say this. Is there a video or something? Yeah, I would like to see. Because I don't follow them. Because William never forgave his mother for loving Harry, the baby brother he hated since childhood. Well, that Princess Diana was trying to balance things. Because William is the heir to the throne. And even though still, I think Diana was treating them equally. But it's just that extra care, knowing that the firm would be taking care of William and his children, but Harry would be left alone. And we could see it. We could see how they're treating Harry. So Princess Diana wanted to make sure Harry is well off once he gets older, because the firm will shift its focus only on the older brother, because he's the heir to the throne. Watching the royal family being dragged for that bed coffee like Christmas Carol and the getting of gifts from people who fund their lavish lifestyle is something to cherish. One sees why they have their media attacking Harry and Meghan daily for working for building a legacy. Okay, so that's that. I'm too smooth to be embarrassed. It's the people who are enabling them, some of them. But lately I've been seeing a lot of Brits speaking against it. Okay, LOL, love that for them. Okay, so she retweeted that. Even the psycho friends admit it was another damp script of Carol concert. I spoke about this on my last video because I remember doing the arrow of this little boy looking at Charlotte, and look at Lori. Okay, oh, there's my comment here. It seems like Louis liked that headline. He smirked. I found the article. It was a singer that performed that caused the upset. I so wanted to be kind. But the funniest thing is when the article refers to Kate as an accomplished piano player having achieved grade 3 piano playing. There are 8 grades. Okay, I don't know anything about, well, I do. A small amount. I think I only took maybe a year and a half of piano lesson and then we stopped. We can afford it. But whatever, let's leave that alone. Next tweet. If she could play, well, if she can play, that's on her. Lying, she's lying to herself. Alright, the quote from the tweets that going viral. Oh dear, I was told that the leftovers were popular. There's that. Work your way backward. Okay, so she retweet herself for us to find where the headlines is, where the royal family is being dragged. Okay, she put that, the views and likes on this post. Wow. So that was this. Alright, let's go into that. You know what? No, I'm not. Okay. Confident level, small king, Laura over. Okay. I like the royals, don't get me wrong, but what on earth possesses people to queue up in the cold on Christmas Day to give present to multi-billionaire aristocrat who will never see you again? Lovely children, nice mom and dad, what an amazing young man he is. I think his shyness taught to Diana. We're always trying to connect them with Diana. Okay, you know what? Let me leave that alone. Like I said, I'm trying not to talk about the kids because sometimes some of the comments makes me say certain things or analyze certain things. So I'm trying to avoid the kids, even though some of the tweets that I have are making reference to the leftovers. Okay, it's getting increasingly difficult to believe the royals are as popular as their polling claim they are. Okay, so this is Henry VIII. Think that was rent a crowd after Chuck walk. They rented the people. Hope all that chocolate, sweet and gifts are giving to more deserving family who are struggling. In this particular instance, I don't think that's true. We know they manufacture crowds for certain events. I think if you look at the age of the gifts givers, you get your answer for yesterday. Okay, let's see it. Like politics here in the US, support for the royals is increasingly polarized. Their main bastion of support is among people who are past middle age. The question is going to be, can they continue to pick up support as the current generations age, or do they lose the support permanently once their current supporters pass away? Oh, that video that I was gonna go in the crowd to see the ages. True, to be honest, saw a glimpse of it on timeline, did not watch the parade. We do have in UK loads of older generations still loyal to the royals. I'm almost 66, my loyalty is heavy, and Meghan always was, always will be, love one. Okay. The taking token and gifts from the peasant on Christmas is so 21st century weird. The waiting to give them versus being home with family or whatever is kind of sad. Younger generation being openly flabbergasted about it is not a good sign for the institution. Oh my God, the dragging that Charles is going through at the moment. Even the kids accepting present is not landing well. Alright, so I read some of the comments and I try not to go too deep into it. So let's go to the next tweet. Okay, so there's that again. LOL, they are getting dragged left, right, and center. Prince George received an answer. Okay, I read that already. Yeah, they're training the kids to be getting present. And then some, okay, so these are some of the people in the crowd. Okay, old. There's a black lady here. I guess she hasn't learned anything yet. Okay, I mean, I cannot say anything about the kid. They're giving him the present. If he didn't take it, it will be like disrespect. But the people who can even, well, I don't know the status of the person who's giving George the present, but I can't blame any of them. But it seems like they are training the royal kids to be expecting gifts. This is why when William goes to charities, he come empty-handed. He just bring a smile. That's it.
I'm sorry we can only come and give words and comfort, but we are thinking about you the whole time and we really care about what's going on. So
sometimes it does more than financial.
Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So, you know.
So the thing continues. It continues. That's the only thing I could say. But I cannot blame the kids for taking the present. If he didn't take it, that would be disrespectful. That's the way that I see it. Next week. Publicly embarrassing B and Eugenie reinforces that the only truly unforgivable sin for Charles and the palace is speaking out against them. Okay, well, the thing, they put Harry in a weird position. They were doing so much, they're still doing things to him, and they expect him to just take it. And then they were shifting the kind of treatment that they usually did to Harry onto his wife, who has absolutely nothing to do with their BS. And then they were starting to shift things to Archie. Okay, there's when he was born, that guy who put that picture of a monkey out on a newspaper, and then when they went to South Africa, the fire in Archie's room. So what did they expect Harry to do? He had to fight back the best way that he knows. And I'm sure Harry could have gone much further, but it's like he said, it's much bigger than just them.
The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option. You looked out for me for so long, but the media is a powerful force. And my hope is one day our collective support for each other can be more powerful, because this is so much bigger than just us.
All right, let's see here. Beatrice, I'm saying all of this because the caption says here, like, the only sin is that speaking out against them. And Harry didn't really say anything negative about them. He just told his truth. And then they hated for that. All right. My goodness. Beatrice and Eugenie didn't commit any sin. They aren't responsible for their parents. They are the same ages as most of Andrew's victims. And frankly, after spending years ignoring or outright protecting their parents, the palace damn well owes them a way out of the sorry mess. Okay, they are much older than most of Andrew's victims. Yeah. Isn't the oldest is like, okay, let's look it up. Let me pause and look it up. I asked how old is Prince Andrew's children. Okay, 37 and 35, completely adult. The other ones, Virginia, Godfrey, either 16, 17. Yeah, they're much older. They have a choice now. They have a choice. Okay, they are much older than most of Andrew's victims. Okay, why would someone be a fan of theirs? What have they done? Well, I cannot blame them for what their fathers did. Okay, but at the same time, I'm not in their shoes for me to understand what they're going through. But I cannot blame them for their father's sin. Alright, what do they have to do other than shun their dad? The only other thing I want is for them to tell SDNY prosecutors every single last thing they can remember of their own children and teenage years, in case they turn out to have crucial evidence against their dad. If they didn't call on them, they just remain shut. I don't know what to say about that. I understand what Andrew did was bad, but I cannot shift that on the kids. However, I think one of them is running a charity for... It's very suspicious to me. One of them, I think it's the oldest who's running that particular charity. But if the charity that one of them is running has anything to do with the Epstein thing, then my opinion will change completely. It will seem like he's enabling her father to continue the same practice onto someone else's children. Okay? So for now, I'm going to keep them out. but I know one of them is running a charity that has to do with is it anyway, let me leave it alone. All right, let's see here. What? Okay, I read that. Would also be nice if they spoke out against him. I don't know. This is, it depends on how they feel about the whole situation. The only thing I would say is, if I find out what the charity that I'm sort of aware of has anything to do with the father, then I'll have something negative to say about the, Andrew's kids. But right now I can't, because it's the father who did the thing himself, and he was the one who was enjoying himself at someone else's pain. All right, let me leave that alone. Okay, you could read what's there. I don't know. I really don't know what to say, because that's father. I really don't. When I do, I'll tell you how I feel, but right now I don't. Alright, let's see here. True again. Kitty Mambo is no victim. Rather, she is more of a mean girl born out of her jealousy of Meghan Sussex. Okay, 2 minutes, 1 second. Screenshot, okay? The question is why I personally don't care for Princess Kate. Alright, let's listen.
I used to think that Princess Kate was more of a victim of the firm and the family. But now I think that she has activated her true self within the firm and the family. And I don't really love what I see. I do think Prince William is more of the problem. But if we're talking about Princess Kate, I do think that she is a mean girl. From all of the various stories from Harry and in the media, she was not kind to Meghan when she came into the family. And she was one of the only people who could have ever understood what a totally normal person coming into this firm and this family would have been going through.
From this perspective, I get her. And this is something I have said. When she married into the royal family, Harry literally was the one who showed care for her. You could see during the wedding, Harry's fixing her veil and all of that. And all the care that Harry did for her, she did not return it. In that aspect, I get it. I get it. But in some other branch as well, this is where the squad will come after me. And I think she knows she's so close to the throne, so she's putting up with the BS because, I don't know. There's no way in hell I'll be humiliated like that for a freaking crown. But then again, I'm not her. They make her do things and she goes along with it.
One of the reasons Catherine is so popular amongst certain demographics, and I'm going to say older people and men, is because she says absolutely nothing. She's a good little girl who keeps quiet and doesn't complain, doesn't do anything, doesn't rock the boat, and is a very traditional, old-fashioned, mute woman.
And then her personality from marrying into the royal family, it's all add up. So no matter which way I look at it, it's bad. It's not good. But yeah, the one thing I could stand firmly about is that she disrespect Harry in a way. I'm not bringing Meghan yet into that. She disrespect Harry, a blood prince, the way that she did. It's unforgivable because Harry had shown her respect when her husband did not, even in public. William is leaving with the umbrella without her. It's Harry who's pointing to the brother. You leaving your wife behind. Harry always show Kate respect in public. So that alone, this is where I will definitely stand my ground and in full argument with anybody that Kate did not return that to Harry. Even though she did not like Meghan, but the fact that Meghan is Harry's wife, she should have shown that respect for Harry. Okay, but let's continue. Let me move it back slightly.
What a totally normal person coming into this firm and this family would have been going through. She could have made herself an asset to Meghan.
Yeah.
But instead, she was jealous of how popular Meghan and Harry together were. And I think that she was jealous that Meghan was taking Harry away from her. I also personally think that William had a celebrity crush
Yep.
on Meghan
Yeah.
before she came into the family. And that's another reason why Kate was jealous immediately when she came into the family. They have always called her Duchess Doolittle, and she really does not do enough in terms of her work with her patronages across the firm. If she truly cared, she could make a big impact by directing people to donate to any of her patronages or directing people to volunteer for any of her patronages.
But they're closing. They are closing. Some of the things she were part of, they were closing.
But she's lazy too, and she doesn't do enough to actually use the power she has for her various institutions. I think that she's had to have a very hard shell in order to make it through inside of this family, but I think that that has now been a detriment to her. And that is why.
Oh, it stopped. Does it continue? Okay, so there's no comment. The thing is that when she married in, she allowed the firm to pretty much use her whichever way they feel. So I think some of the things that the policeman in gray suit is making her do, she can't do them. But anyway, there were so many things that popped up in my mind as I was listening to this, but I was like, you know what? I agree with her to a certain extent. But yeah, Kate could have done much more. Let's go to the next tweet. And I think it's the same video. Someone retweeted it. Let's see if there's more response to it. Okay, so that's the same one. Facts. Any comments? So I'm just going to read the comment. She knew. Kate was stalking William for 10 years. When the 3 women that William proposed to turned him down, he decided to propose to his stalker now wife. In the meantime, he's still smelling Rose Garden. It was about her own visibility within and out of the family. That's an ad. It's absolutely true. True. Facts. Don't let the derangers see this. Next one. I'm almost done. I have 3 more tweets. Alright, so there's that here. Oh my god. What happened to her face? Okay, while the media uses memories of Diana to dazzle us, your taxes are filing royal pockets. Okay, your taxes are filling royal pockets. Why pay a mention tax while the royals sit on a tax-free £1.8 billion fortune? It's not service, it's a heist. Okay, it's almost a minute. Screenshot.
Family.
Thank you.
Did you see William and the children?
I did. And I said to your son George, I said, Diana Lanning would be ever so proud of you, George. And he always said to me, you're very touched. And I said to Willy, your husband, I said, he's going to be 6'4", he's going to be 4
I know, I swear, he's catching up with everybody.
These are especially for you.
That is so kind of you. Thank you so much.
And always have first. Always happen. That's why I feel all the time. And they all know that at the Westminster I come to see them.
I hope you had a good sing.
And I'm glad to share Christmas with you.
Hello, very nice to see you.
Catherine, this is for you.
Thank you. You are so, I know they are very special. I love the colours, the roses.
They come from Catherine.
You are so kind. Well, hopefully I'll see you at our next engagement.
I will do.
Thank you. Happy Christmas. Very nice to meet you. Please to meet you. Oh my goodness, everyone's so generous. Thank you very much. Hello, very nice to meet you.
I think she's nice.
Well done, John.
Your family.
Thank
They'll
you.
give you the big gift.
In a moment like that, you're holding the person for that long. But whatever. Maybe, Candice, you may wish to do some research as to who benefit from the Crown Estate. By all means, be a Republican, but at least be uninformed. Okay, that's all of this. Making excuses for these people. I don't want to waste too much time on this. Alright, I think I'm done with the royal family. So there's some other tweets that I came across. I think the last 3 tweets are about MAGAs and different things. Let's listen to this. You know what? I'm going to stop it here. I'll do another video because I have another tweet which I forgot to record that has to do with Mike Tyson. Let me see. I'll show you. The video's done, okay? I'm going to stop it with that. Okay, so there's that. The video showing AI generate fake footage. Okay, so is this fake? I don't know. Alright, so there's another thing that recorded Anthony Joshua. Okay, so I'll be showing this on my next video. Alright, so that's it. So please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.